Hello and welcome to Comicstorian Weekly, the weekly show that we talk about comic books that came out this week. It's Andy and myself. How are you doing, Andy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Well, okay. Let's go ahead and jump on into the comics. First up, we have Batman Urban Legends #1. So in this story, we got 4 different stories. We got the Red Hood and Batman being written by Chip Zdarsky. We got the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy by Stephanie Phillips. The Outsiders, Brandon Thomas, and Grifter by Matthew Rosenberg. I thought this was actually really good. I thought this was...
It was a pretty solid setup for all those issues, yeah.
It was a great setup. I'm actually kind of digging this new thing that DC is doing where I don't know if it's going to continue, but it started with Future State, or at least more prevalent with Future State of... You're getting multiple stories per comic.
Right,
And I think that's a great way to get a lot of people into comic books because it allows people to go, you know, I want Batman, and I know there's a huge Bat family. Let me buy this, and I can at least get a preview of each of them.
Back in the day, that's what they used to do with comics.
Then they just, like, stopped for a while.
Like, an individual issue of a comic had, like, 40-something pages in it. They would have it was referred to as backups. It was always the backup, and that's how they introduced new characters and did subplots and things like that.
Right.
So it's kind of cool that they're going back to that, yeah.
But yeah, fantastic. I actually really enjoyed it. Excluding the Harley Quinn one, that one I felt was not really needed because it was
pretty
just
standard for Harley Quinn. Yeah, it wasn't anything new. But I mean, realistically, neither was the Red Hood one. Batman's pissed off at Red Hood because he apparently kills people.
Right. Well, the Red Hood
Hood's
one
back in Gotham.
The Red Hood one I liked because. And I could be forgetting a Red Hood story that did this recently, but most of the ones I know are he's a good guy trying to be a good guy, or he's basically a bad guy being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was kind of a middle of the road of he's being a bad guy or a good guy
in a bad way,
but in a bad way. Exactly. And I really enjoyed it.
It was a good story. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it wasn't in terms of a Red Hood story. It wasn't anything really new.
But still,
and I thought it was honestly. I thought they were all really good.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I think that one. Honestly, if you're interested in the Bat family in any way, you should be picking up that book because it was just fantastic. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Next up, just so you know, DC did not have many comics this week. I'm pretty sure it was 3.
There wasn't a lot. Even Marvel didn't have a whole lot, and none of them were the King in Black ones. Now that I remember.
We'll get to that in a moment. Next up, we've got The Joker #1, which is basically James Gordon #1.
So it was funny because I'm opening up the comics and I was like, oh yeah, that Joker #1. I was like, why are they going to give Joker his own series? Like, it doesn't work. In my opinion, like, giving Joker his own series from the point of view of Joker just wouldn't work, in my personal opinion.
Right.
But I was like, you know what they should do is they should just do James Gordon, who's no longer the commissioner, hunting down the Joker. And then I started reading it and I go, oh, well, all right then.
Which honestly I thought was great because James Gordon has not really been important for a while.
He's been sidelined. Yeah,
ever since he stopped being commissioner, he's always been kind of a side character.
He was infected. He was part of Batman Who Laughs Infected. But he hasn't really done a whole lot. Yeah.
But this one, I'm really excited to see where this one goes.
To me, it's a really cool. I thought this was a good first issue. I think it's a really cool idea. You could do kind of like a neo-noir detective story. Yeah. Retired police commissioner trying to take out the bad guy, the one, his big bad guy.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good first issue. I thought it was a great setup issue.
And not just that, but it was a good look into how he evolved from a rookie cop that just wanted to clean up the police department to learning about true evil and what true evil really is and how it messed up his entire life and how it messed it up for him personally, besides just the fact of what happened to Barbara, what happened to his son.
I also like the fact they put in the throwaway line about how he's been dyeing his hair for the last few years to look younger. I was like, that's pretty funny because everyone when the New 52 started, they de-aged him. So
turns out they didn't.
It turns out it was just hair dye, and he was drinking a lot of protein and lifting some weights. Yeah, we could all do it.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen some ripped 80-year-olds and stuff. But yeah, so that was Joker #1, also worth picking up.
I thought so, yeah.
If you're looking for something that's very, very this is what the Joker's doing, So far, this is not what you want.
Yeah, because you don't even actually really see him in the issue.
Not really. The only amount that you really see of him is kind of Jim's portrayal and
like
image of
what
him
he sees in his mind. Yeah, you don't actually, to my knowledge. Well, he kind of shows up at the end.
But not important in any way. Next up, we've got, I actually did not read this. I hope you did. The Next Batman, Second Son, number 3.
I did. It's still the Fox family drama.
Okay, have they explained yet why now he's basically using the Batman Beyond suit and not...
No, that's Batwing.
It is Batwing.
Batwing.
So, yes, that's the one I was thinking. So he stole
Batwing?
it from his brother.
I feel like I'm getting that name wrong for some reason.
What name?
Is it Batwing? Luke Fox is Batwing, right?
Yeah,
or am I getting the name wrong?
Batwing.
Okay. Luke Fox is running around.
Now you're making me second guess
it.
it.
Like, wait a minute, is that the right name? Whatever. Luke Fox's version of Batman that's him. He's been running around in this comic. Mm-hmm. And Tim or Jace has not suited up as Batman yet. It's still just the family drama so far.
Yeah, they better like fully explain which Jace thinks.
I understand putting drama into a comic. 100%. I get it because a lot of comics, obviously, it's the drama of what's going on outside the suit.
Yeah.
But we've had 3 issues of drama.
Yeah.
With no Next Batman yet.
I do feel like the drama is intended to kind of do show the Bruce Wayne portion of him.
Well, no, and I
Batman.
get that. I do 100%.
Yeah.
The problem is we've had 3 issues of only drama.
Yes.
That's where I think they're going to maybe lose some people. If we haven't even gotten into like Tim maybe I should become the next Batman. Or, ooh, look, a bat suit. Nothing. We've had 3 issues.
I found this bat suit in a trash can in the alleyway. Someone must have just thrown it away.
We've just had 3 issues of Fox family drama, which for a comic called The Next Batman might be a little too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my only problem with it.
It is a weekly digital first, though, I believe. So
it is.
And shorter.
The only other issue
length.
I have with it is they haven't really explained the drama.
Yeah.
Just the fact that everybody is pissed off at Tim/Jace.
All I know, or that I have gathered so far, is that Jace did something when he was left. Tim that affected the entire family, and he just ditched.
And he left.
Changed his name to Jace.
They haven't explained what it was.
Yeah.
It's something to do with his sister. I know that, but that's all I know. And they haven't explained it, and they just keep talking about how everybody hates him.
Yeah.
Or are trying to forgive him, or he's angry.
Wait, is this the one where it ends with like his sister?
She falls, and they're like, call an ambulance.
I did read this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's unforgettable. There you go.
It's unforgettable.
But
how forgettable it is.
But yeah, it did come out. If you have been reading and enjoying it, keep going. If you haven't, maybe wait till it picks up a little bit.
I would say at this point, I'll keep reading it. Yeah, but I feel like it needs to pick up soon.
It would be one that if I did not read it for this show, I would have.
I probably would have fallen off by now. Yeah.
All right, so next up, the last of the new Infinite Frontier line, which Joker and Batman were a part of. The Wonder Woman 770, where Wonder Woman becomes Lady Sif.
Essentially, that is what her new costume looks like.
Well,
it's even the color scheme.
It's the same color scheme. It's the same look, and she also has the same allies of Siegfried. And we see Thor, which looked like War Thor.
It did, yeah, it really did.
But I'm glad that they made it very, very clear is not the same guy.
This is not Marvel's. Yeah, Thor, yeah. Because she ends up, so after the Infinite Frontier book, she decided to return to Earth, but apparently she got lost along the way.
Yep.
And she has ended up in Valhalla.
Well, in Asgard. /Valhalla. Which I thought was weird because I thought Valhalla was a separate location, but they're like, no, you're in Asgard. You die, you go to the halls of Valhalla. Then
technically, it's like offshoot of Asgard,
right?
In the actual mythology.
Okay,
but she ends up there. She doesn't remember who she is, but somebody does because they keep trying to tell her.
Yeah, Deadman.
Yeah, is it Deadman? That does make sense.
I'm 90% sure because of the way that it looks. The fact that he keeps disappearing every time that she dies a second time, and the text box.
I could see that. Yeah, okay, that does. I was like, I wonder who this is, but Deadman does make a lot of sense. And that's pretty much the Yggdrasil squirrel there, whose name I have forgotten.
The Yggdrasil,
yeah, needs her help. And that's pretty much it was a fun issue. It was a good issue. I like this new direction.
I enjoyed it because this was one where we've always had Diana with her pantheon, and it's fun seeing her
with a different
pantheon, and in a way that she's not currently truly aware where she belongs. So
it was a good issue.
I would highly recommend picking this one up if you do like Wonder Woman, or if you like Norse mythology, I believe. So Wonder Woman 770.
This week for Infinite Frontier, I believe Superman also came out, but we don't really read
I'm
Superman,
not the biggest fan of Superman,
so we don't really read Superman, but it did come out.
Yes, which, by the way, if you are interested in hearing our thoughts on the Superman and Lois TV show over at Absolutely Marvel and DC, myself, Benny, and Dylan do talk about that, as well as The Flash. Thought I'd throw that in there for a little extra promotion. All right, moving on to Marvel for the week. We start off with Amazing Spider-Man number 61. Did you read this one?
I did not.
So Spider-Man gets a new costume. We're starting up a new thing altogether. If you have not been reading Spider-Man, this is the issue to jump in.
Okay.
The entire first, I want to say, like 30 pages is a summary of everything that's happened since
How long is the
Boomerang
issue?
thing.
30 pages or a summary?
Okay. Oh, sorry. I meant, like 13 pages.
Okay. I was like, how long is this issue?
Sorry. But it is like it gives you a lead up of him and Boomerang, as well as when they got the pet, everything that's happened with Kindred, the different stones, stuff like that. But if you remember, previously Jonah had moved to this website.
Yeah.
And we're starting a new thing where the website gives Spider-Man a new suit, and people that has cameras in the eyes, so people can watch a stream in VR
live streaming Spider-Man.
Exactly, and like even at some points, like he has to read off polls that people have voted for quips for him to say because they donated money, or he finishes.
That 100% would be how a superhero would be in real life right now.
And like he even stops at one point. He's like, "We saved the day," and Jonah's like, "Make sure you say the sponsor. The sponsor." You undies. And like he's like, what the hell? And like this little thing shoots up and puts it. It's actually pretty funny. And it's one of those ones where it's a good way to make it more modern. Yeah. Because a lot of it, I was like, this is essentially VR Twitch, where you get to be Spider-Man. He gets a new suit that looks pretty awesome. Like, I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
I'm excited to see where this one goes, but like I said, if you've been wanting to get into Amazing Spider-Man, this is the perfect jumping on point.
I feel like Twitch superheroes needs to be a thing. Yeah, join me tonight for my live stream as I fly around the city and beat up criminals.
I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do.
That'd be funny.
All right, next up, I actually did not read the main issue. I did read the backup. Bloodshot number 12 did come out. That is the one that Benny wrote the backup for.
I didn't read it.
Check it out.
I didn't read it or the backup. If anybody asked, though, I thought it was good.
It was great.
If he asks.
I actually completely forgot until it was right here because Benny got the comic like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, we've got Children of the Atom number 1.
This is a weird one.
It is the X-Men sidekicks. We've got Cyclops, Lass.
Such terrible
I don't even want to go into this one too much.
So the whole issue, I thought they weren't going to be mutants. That was what I was thinking. But then they go through the portal they don't? I thought they did.
I'm going to go through while you
talk.
I'm
pretty sure I thought they did. So yeah, this one is like, it's a new team of young X-Men. They call themselves Young X-Men.
Yep.
They're not X-Men affiliated though. They just seem to be a bunch of random high schoolers that came together to form a team, and all
that have similar powers.
And their uniforms and stuff are based off of classic X-Men costumes, such as Cyclops, Lass. I forget her name, but there's someone who's basically Gambit.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a bad issue. It is very much the like angsty teen superhero, nobody understands this thing.
Right.
which I don't always get into, mostly because I'm in my mid-30s at this point. I'm past my angsty teenager stage.
Right.
I need an angsty 30-year-old book, which is just Punisher.
That is exactly what Punisher is.
Or I guess Spider-Man technically actually works now too, because he's
getting into that area. Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought the actual characters themselves seem a little interesting. It is definitely moving towards that. It's trying to do the social commentary of how we currently are and that sort of thing. Overall, I thought it was fine. But I swear they went through the portal at the end.
So they do.
Okay.
But something does happen that makes it seem like something might be
because there is
off.
like a weird thing where I thought it was like they were getting their. Like
That's
they
what
were
I thought
breaking
too.
Against it. But in the next one, they look like they're on the beach of Krakoa.
It looks like they put it in a way to make you guess, make
Okay.
you theorize, make you go, what is going on? Because clearly something is up.
Right. Because the whole book, I'm going, oh, they're not going to be mutants. It's
Yeah.
going to be something else. They got their powers some other way. And for whatever reason, because they all felt ostracized or like outsiders, they looked to the X-Men as like their heroes,
Yeah.
which works. I mean,
I did like that the original X-Men are talking about it like they're pretty much us. One of us could just go and talk to them and they would be fine.
I
with
like
that.
Wolverine's like, as soon as this buzz wears off, I'm going to go talk to him. And they were like, maybe not.
Maybe not you.
Maybe somebody else. Overall, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was an okay start, first issue.
Yes.
It didn't wow me, but I also wasn't like, this is crap.
Right. Yeah. No,
So-
I completely agree. Next up,
They
we've
really need
got
to come up with better code names. Cyclops last? That's terrible.
Cherub. I thought that one was
It's
okay-ish.
all right.
Ish. You know what? For our viewers' sake, I will go ahead and read
The full names list.
We've got Cherub, who I believe is the equivalent of Angel.
I think so. Doesn't that
We've
dude also
got-
have like a beard, though? And he's calling himself Cherub?
We've got Marvel Guy,
They really need
Marvel
better.
Girl.
Yeah, really.
We've got Cyclops Lass, which is
yeah.
Cyclops. We've got Gimmick, which is Gambit.
That's what it was. I couldn't remember. I know it
And
was
then
close.
we've got Daycrawler.
Yeah, they really need better names.
I hope my actual expectation is this story will go in a direction where they will probably kind of pick their, like, really get their own identity.
Step away from their X-Men identity.
That's kind of what I'm
they were.
expecting.
The whole book was definitely they looked to the X-Men as their personal heroes and tried to emulate them a little too much.
I think this is going to be a don't meet your heroes because then you're not going to want to be like them and you're going to change your name.
I think Cyclops
To
last
I-Beam.
says that in the book. She's like, they always say don't meet your heroes
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
All right, next up we've got Deadpool Nerdy 30, the number 1, which is the anniversary edition for his 30 years. I did not like it. I did
didn't
not
read it.
like all of the stories were like way too short for anything to really happen. Some of the art in some of them were just terrible. I did like the Kelly Thompson one though.
Sure.
Because it's got like a him when he's 16 and like pairs up with Wolverine at his prom.
Okay.
That one was probably my favorite because it really goes, here's a 16-year-old that acts like Deadpool before he really became Deadpool.
Yeah.
And like in each one, it is his birthday and like stuff. It did not grab me like I wanted it to.
Fair enough.
I think they could have done a lot better. There was one actually with Stiltman by Gail Simone. That one was
Stiltman?
What?
I'm sorry, Stiltman shows up?
Yes.
Okay. It's a random
and they
villain
pants him.
for Deadpool to fight. Kept trying to say Daredevil because that's a Daredevil villain.
Yeah. But yeah, I honestly did not really enjoy it that much.
Fair
I
enough.
felt let down. A
lot of the times those anthology books are not great.
they're not
You
because
get like
they,
one or two standouts
Yeah.
and the rest are very middling.
Because a lot of the time you're like, that's not enough pages to do
yeah,
a story.
Yeah,
And
I could see that.
it just doesn't work when every single one's also so drastically different
Yeah.
from the other ones.
Yeah.
All right, next up we've got Eternals number 3. This is continuing the story of trying to figure out who killed like the Zeus equivalent.
Yeah.
Essentially, I forget the guy's name, so I'm just gonna say the Zeus equivalent.
I forget now off the top of my head.
And we learn a little bit more about each of the Eternals, as well as what the one main Eternal is doing on Earth.
Ikaris?
Something like that.
I like how he just shows up at the neighborhood and is just floating there.
And everyone's like, "Hey, what you doing, guy?
What are you doing there?
Why are you just hanging out?" And he's like, "I'm watching. You want to do that inside?"
Do you need a permit to float?
Yeah.
Do we need to have a permit to have a superhero floating above us?
The guy's like, "This is you're on my property. I'm not on your property." God damn,
actually,
he's right.
I've never been like a huge Eternals guy. I've kind of read some of their stuff in the past. I'm actually enjoying this book, and it makes me want to watch the movie even more.
I'm actually
I feel it's one
excited.
of those things. It makes me more excited for the movie. Not in the same way that Shang-Chi did.
Oh no,
Shang-Chi made me like
that one was like
I gotta see that movie.
I'm
now.
going to see it.
Eternals is like this book's pretty good. I definitely want to see the movie more.
I will say I kind of wish it had different art.
See, I like Asad Ribic's art.
You do?
I do. I'm a
Okay.
fan. Because he did a lot of the Jason Aaron's original Thor run, and he did a lot of Conan the Barbarian.
But I don't know. There's something about this one that feels a little off to me, but
Fair
you
enough.
guys can make your own decision on that one. All in all, it's a pretty solid book.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a fun read.
It's got, what, 2 issues left? Because I think it's only a 5 issue, right?
Something like
Yeah.
that. Next up, we've got Immortal Hulk number 44.
What the hell is going on in this book?
I'm not even going to talk too much about
we're
this
still
one.
in the fight thing with super skinny Hulk.
This one was
The leaders basically
the
become-
UFOs show up, beat the crap out of this Hulk that can't do anything.
Yeah, and I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. They need to get to the point.
They do.
At this point, it's just like, let's just throw more stuff in.
This is
And then the leader becomes like Cthulhu.
Yeah, this story is a great example of if I did not have to read it for this show, I would have dropped off a while ago because I know I've read every issue, and still every issue I go, what the hell is going on?
And at first, because I was super into this because it was more horror themed.
Yes, it started off amazing.
And now it's just like, he's like, I'm going to add more stuff.
It went from...
it's been like 15 issues of
He went
spinning
from
their wheels.
horror to just weird and creepy.
Yeah.
And that's where
I just need him to get to the point. I feel like if he had gotten to the point 10 issues ago.
He's Tom King in it.
Yeah, he's Tom King in it hard.
This is our nightmare sequence. No,
it is. It's like 15 issues of who gives a shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Immortal Hulk number 44. Next up, I actually did not read this one. I only saw it when going down. Non-Stop Spider-Man number 1 came out.
I didn't see that at all.
It's a new Spider-Man, so I didn't even think to look in the ends for
and
a
it never
Spider-Man.
ends. It's non-stop.
Moving on.
Okay. I'll be here all week. Try to be.
Please don't. Now, next up, we've got Strange Academy number 9. This one was a fun issue. It was kind of more of an interlude issue, and all the kids' parents show up, and it's like a parents and kids thing, and it was just great because you have the human mom who is very competitive,
right? Yeah,
fighting against Loki, who's like,
oh yeah, that is pretty good.
It was actually like a really fun issue.
What issue are they on?
This is number 9.
Number 9. I feel like I gotta start.
You should.
I should start reading at the beginning.
I'm really.
It sounds like
enjoying
a book I would enjoy, and for whatever reason, I never got around to reading. Imagine the original X-Men. Okay.
When they all go to the school and they're learning what to do, but it's Hogwarts instead.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds like a book I'd enjoy, and for whatever reason, I never got around to reading it.
Exactly. And it's fun. It's a lot of stuff makes it fun because there are kids from places that are evil, but no one cares. Like, we've got the son of Dormammu. But like everyone's just like, yeah, it's whatever.
Does Dormammu show up for Parents' Day?
He does not. He actually, he even says that. He's like, yeah, my dad's Dormammu. He's kind of the like king of hell and stuff. He's not going to show up. Don't worry.
That would have been great.
But yeah, I've been really enjoying this. Scotty Young's been doing a great job with it. I like the art style in this one. Who is it? It is Humberto Ramos.
Oh, yeah.
Great art. Great,
Yeah.
Like, it really fits the vibe of the story. Not too much else to say. This one was just kind of a fun issue. I would say this is a series worth picking up. I've been really enjoying it. I'm excited to see where it goes, both in the goofy aspect, but also the main story aspect to this, and the potential significance of these kids later down the line.
They're just gonna make their own magical superhero team, call themselves the Hogwarts.
The mini magicians.
If they don't make like a Harry Potter reference at least, like what's even the point?
Oh yeah.
Should we call ourselves the Gryffindors? No, that's stupid.
No, but it would have to be the classic, the Griffin Puffs.
Yeah.
No, I want the Slytherin Claw. Because that's exactly what they would do.
Yeah, we call ourselves the Griffin Puffs.
Next up,
Sounds like a
we've
snack
got probably one you enjoyed a lot because I enjoyed it a lot. Taskmaster number 4.
Yeah.
Where Taskmaster goes to Wakanda.
So in this one, he's not quite as goofy as he is in Thunderbolts, but he's still close.
He's not, but I also like that in this one, he even says, everyone underestimates me because they think I'm just a goofy guy.
Yeah.
But it's all part of the act.
Yeah.
And I did like that a lot.
It was a good issue, yeah. There's only one more issue to this one, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
This one, it was just fun. You just see him fighting against warriors from Wakanda.
Making fun of him the whole time.
Yeah. It was...
it was a good... I've enjoyed this miniseries. Ever
too.
since the beginning when he was playing golf with Bullseye.
Yes. This, honestly, this comic and the King in Black Thunderbolts doing a great job of making me go, okay, Taskmaster's pretty cool.
He's a fun supervillain who's actually pretty badass in that goofy kind of way. Yeah. Because every other time you see him, he shows up and he's supposed to be the super grim and dark.
Yes.
And I like it when they make supervillains that are real people. Like, you know.
I do like... I like that we're getting a little bit more explanation on his powers, because I've always just thought it was...
He was just really good at mimicking.
Copy. Exactly.
Yeah.
He sees something, he can copy it perfectly.
Yeah.
But it turns out like he's getting everyone's kinesic energy or kinesic signature.
Yeah.
And it's just an interesting way, because it's like, because there's clearly something that they're going to do with that besides just he can copy them.
Yeah.
And I also love, this was from a previous issue where he's like, he doesn't know the names of things, so he's like, that kick I saw Batroc do one time. Daredevil's punch or stuff like it's just been fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good series.
Overall, I would say pick it up. If you've been sleeping on this one, time to wake up. Next up, we've got Wolverine, Black, White, and Red, number 4. It's a classic anthology. We're continuing. He just kills people. Not much else to say.
Classic Wolvie.
Yeah.
Classic Snick.
And it is one of those ones where it is the only colors are black, white, and red.
Oh, so I get it like the title.
Yeah. So it's black like in blood.
Oh,
next up, our last one for the week. X Factor number 8. Another one I had like no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't even read it. I was like, I'm pretty sure X Factor is a Dan book. And then I
X
walked
Factor,
away.
for those of you who forgot, are the team who investigate deaths to make sure that they are worthy of being resurrected. Previously, we learned something's going on with Siren.
Sure.
And in this one, it's like the pinnacle of what's going on with Siren, and like zombies take over the boneyard. And the entire place like kills all of the X Factor. They all come back and they're like, hey, what the hell?
I'm gonna start a strip club called the Boneyard. It's a male,
and that is Comicstorian Weekly for
it's a male strip club. What?
I feel like, you know what, we'll
what?
We'll get back to that later. If you want to hear our live discussion on that, we do film this live every Thursday at twitch.tv/Comicstorian at roughly 2 p.m. Eastern. You like how I turned that in promotion?
Yeah. Nice.
You can support us by subscribing over there on Twitch or over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, early access, vote on some stuff.
Sure.
Great Patreon.
Do it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Also use code COMICS at checkout. Save
right
10% on your G Fuel. If you want to find more of Andy, he is for I Am the Andy on Instagram. I am Silu91 on Twitch, CYLOO91, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.